Okay, we're ready to start the framing of our project. I've already cut out the frame pieces. They're all numbered. I did find a strange situation that the numbers don't all go sequentially. I got 1, 2, I found 3, and I looked all over for part 4, but it skips to 5. And from 5, it skips to 8. Not sure what that's all about. I did find out this piece that I wasn't sure what it was is basically a template to stick all of these frames onto before we start planking the hull. So what we're going to do is start at piece number 1, and they all sit on these pieces, and this you'll see later, this is just to build the hull upside down, and once the hull is planked and done, we'll just cut these off at this point. So we're going to place it in the lines provided, and there is a midline here which could be hard to see. And then I'm going to use this square to make sure the piece is vertical. So we line it up the midline. Vertical. This is going to be tough to hold on to. Then we just take a little CA glue, kind of spot weld it in place. Not sure how fast we can go with this. Number 2, find the midline, line it up in its parts there. I think we'll try doing it this way. And then square it up. These bigger pieces are not gonna stand up for us, I guess. So we'll just have to take our time. So this may take a while, but I'm gonna add these other frames onto here, and then we'll add the keel when we get back. So while I do that, you guys can go get a cup of coffee or something. Okay, I've got all the frames glued to the template, and I went ahead and fitted the keel, which was a little bit of a problem in that the slots here, the slots in the keel and the bulkheads were very, very tight. So basically I had to go through and sand a little bit to open them up so that it would slide in there and could get the keel fitted. So now that we got it in there, just for precaution, I'm going to take a little wood glue and just cover the joints to hold them. Okay, I'll get the other side and be right back. Okay, so now I've got those things glued. I gotta let that dry a bit. In the meantime, I did go through. What you'll notice is you've got to bevel these so they're not square, but there's a bevel on here in order that when you're putting on the planks, the plank can bend over the frames and be flush in those areas to keep the glue on tight. I've got a loose cannon here. I'm just gonna spritz a little glue on that. Just to hold it straight. Don't want to put the planks on a crooked frame. That's not going to stay by itself. Maybe I can hold it with this. All right, we're also going to have to glue this piece on the aft end. Let me turn this without loosening that up. Goes in here. We have some lines to mark its position. So I'm gonna see if we can do that. I prefer to do it with wood glue as opposed to CA. It's just a little more secure that way, I think. I don't know. Oh yeah. Also gonna glue it to that. This stuff, you gotta hold it for a while, unfortunately. Okay. I'm worried about two things at once here, which is not a good thing. Maybe we'll possibly, come on. Be able to hold it with a clip. But not this one. Oh, that's not gonna work. No, I'll have to fix that. I'll be back. Okay, we've got that aft piece in place. We clipped this so that let the little glue hold that straight. And basically I've got to let this all set up for a while. And once it's set up, we'll get on to planking. I would bend it a bit and move that way quickly. Okay, I think we're gonna call it a day here. I'm trying to keep these videos short, about 10 minutes or so. So we'll come back next video and start the planking, see how far we get with that. Till then, see you later.